Hi guys, Trevor Swenson back with PTSD through the darkness. Just got done with my run into a major retailer, Balam, and I wanted to show you exactly what exactly what Murphy is trained to do when we get back out to the vehicle. And the reason that I trained him to do that when we get out to the vehicle is so I'm able to load large items like I've purchased today, and he is not running around getting hit by cars, interacting with people that I don't want him interacting with. And so as we came out of the place of business, you can see that he is patiently waiting to get back into the vehicle for me, and I will show you exactly what that looks like as well. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open the vehicle with my key fob, and as you'll see, he remains sitting in the parking spot beside the vehicle, which obviously is very helpful when you are dealing with shopping for groceries or whatever else it might be that you are shopping for. So, very, very cool thing, if you ask me, to have a dog, service dog, that's trained to chill out while you are doing your shopping for the day. And it was kind of an interesting trip. They had inside this particular place a Halloween setup, and if you want to know whether or not dogs if you want to know whether or not dogs can recognize evil in people or not, just had a great experience to show that they really can determine evil in a human being. There was a big Halloween setup, and in that Halloween setup was a very ghoulish figure sitting in a chair. And we walked up to it, and he obviously was looking straight ahead and was not looking into the eyes of this particular ghoulish looking figure. And as I sat him down, which was Chev or Menahel, one of the two, either one will work for him. Menahel is between my legs. He scanned this ghoulish thing sitting in a chair, and when his eyes met the face of this thing, he immediately went into a defensive mode and a low growl, which is not indicative of this dog whatsoever, unless somebody is coming in the house unannounced in the middle of the night or something very, very evil. But it was very interesting to watch him react to a clearly evil face. And what I wanted to share with you is what I did after that, which is most important for you if you are working with a dog, is that we spent a good 15 minutes at least walking around that ghoulish figure within inches of it until he developed a neutral response to it. In fact, at the end of it, balam. In fact, at the end of it, the word to go ahead and meet somebody or to contact somebody is yeladim. He was actually able to walk up to this ghoulish looking, hellish, full-size figure, and with a wagging tail sit down next to it with obviously multiple repetitions and desensitization to the stimulus that he was subjected to. Henna, men, shiv. So it was a very, very good training lesson, and part of the joy of working with the dog is obviously running into all sorts of different stimulus situations that they can learn from. And today was a really good example of that. And it was kind of cool because there was a group of people that wanted to, or were interested in watching him train around that particular stimulus, and it was awesome to see him progress to the point where we could walk up and down the aisles of the Halloween setup with all of these scary masks and everything else without him reacting in a negative way. But it's interesting that having no exposure to pure evil, that as soon as his eyes met the eyes of that full-size ghoulish looking figure, that it immediately was terror and defensiveness. And there were hundreds of people that we had contact with face to face today in our time out in public. So kind of a cool thing with dogs. They really are an amazing friend and chapter in a walk with something like PTSD. And I hope that these little videos help out any of the training that you might be doing with your own particular dog. Again, I chose to train my own dog just because I know my own needs better than anybody else knows my own needs, and I'm willing to go through the steps and the hundreds of hours of training to get a really good dog. So this is Trevor Swenson with PTSD Through the Darkness. Just a quick trip to a retailer. Wanted to show you a few things, and I wanted to finish off by showing exactly what Murphy does at the end of shopping to be able to help me out when I've got my hands full or I'm pushing a cart. Balam, balam, balam. And I want to show you exactly what it is that he is going to do. Ready? Foots, 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 foots. And you can see that with that command, he just very calmly and peacefully gets back into the vehicle, and we are ready to roll and ready to take on our next challenge of the day. Again, this is Trevor Swenson with Through the Darkness. Just a quick little peek of what it looks like to work a dog in public and give you a few tips, give you a few pointers. The more stimulus, the better. The more things that you run into that are problematic, the better. It just takes time and repetition to develop a fabulous dog. It's good to be with you. Can't wait to see you next time.